Libras, and welcome cross watchers. I am Gina Gunz with WitchyGirlTarot, and welcome back. Today's reading is for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and also Venus for the month of February 2021. Libra, the theme of your reading is all about love and the law of attraction this month. I invite you to hit the subscribe button, and I hope that before the ending of today's video you'll decide. I also want to thank you guys for always coming back every month to check in with me and to check in with your readings. If you're interested in a private reading, all the information is down below in the description box. And I also want to invite you to follow me on Instagram. It is WitchyGirlTarot. At WitchyGirlTarot. Now I've drawn a few cards here just to see where you guys are energetically, but I'm going to draw more as this video progresses. The first card we see is the attraction card, and the attraction card is really about the law of attraction. You realize more now than ever that what you put out is exactly what you get, and you have the divine right to attract the things that you want in your life, and you also have the right to repel the things that no longer serve you, that you don't want in your life. It really just starts with your intention and the energy you put behind your intention. Okay, so right now I feel like a lot of you guys are making life decisions. You're thinking to yourself, what needs to stay, what needs to go, what needs to be fixed, what needs not to be fixed, and what doesn't need to be fixed. What's not broken, don't fix it, right? We see you right now in a place of regret, and I feel like a lot of you guys who are in a relationship right now, you're not talking to your person. Okay, so we see this person here, okay, and we see you turning your back to someone who is the Knight of Cups. So a lot of you guys are dealing with a water sign, a Cancer, Scorpio, or a Pisces, or someone that maybe has a lot of water in their chart or has a lot of water sign qualities, someone who's very intuitive, someone who's appears to be very deep and emotional. Not always a bad emotional, maybe a good emotional, but right now you and that person are on the outs. You guys are not speaking to each other. You're not seeing eye to eye. Okay, so we started off with this reading with this card, and then this card, the Knight of Cups, appears. So the Knight of Cups is, when we see cups, that's usually about emotions, feelings, and Knight of Cups is someone who brings love, a love offer. And so right now you're not feeling it. Okay, so even if this person is wanting, even if we put the cards this way, even if this person is like, hey, I love you, you're just like, I don't want to hear it. So you guys right now are not speaking to each other, and it is because with the Four of Pentacles, both of you guys want to be right. No one wants to lose. Nobody wants to be vulnerable. So you're holding on to your ego and your pride very, very, very tightly, because you realize that is almost like it's kind of like a currency in your relationship. It's like if I don't speak to you, then I feel like I have the ball in my court. But both of you guys are not speaking to each other. And with the Ace of Swords, that's that challenge that's happening in your relationship right now. The good thing about the Ace of Swords is the Ace of Swords brings clarity. So although it is a challenge, it is also a means for you to find clarity. So this is a good time that you and this person aren't speaking right now. It's a good time for you guys not to speak, but not to do it in a way where you guys are being vindictive or being passive aggressive, but rather taking this time right now to really focus on what didn't work and how you can make it work. And if it's not going to work, it's not something that you want to compromise in, then it's time to call it quits. Okay, so right now that's where your energy is at. You're really thinking about things coming in your life, things leaving your life, and how you can attract that. Okay, let's see now, what do you want most out of this relationship? What do you want most out of life right now? Let's see, what do you want out of life right now? Please show us what we need to see. Please show us what we need to. Okay, the High Priestess, you know intuitively what you need to do right now. Okay, what do you need to do? The Two of Swords coming in after that. You need to make a decision because you've reached a crossroad, and that decision it has to be one that you ultimately, that blindfold that's over her eyes, it's really about making a decision that you internally, it's really something that's going to work for you. So it's really not really appeasing to anybody else's demands, but really what's going to make you happy, what's not making you happy, and how do you move forward, and really sticking to that and making a decision, making it really making that choice, okay? But the High Priestess before that lets me know that there's something you already know. You already know what you should do when it comes in regard to making this choice. Then we go into the Temperance card, okay? This is about letting go and letting God, but this card came in reverse, okay? So this means that with it coming in reverse, it just means that you're having a hard time making this decision. And it's because you constantly go back and forth with that High Priestess of what you should do rather, what you should do for you rather than, you know, maybe what's right for you versus what's right in general. You know, how do I not hurt anybody else's feelings? How do I not hurt my feelings or be the less person who's hurt in this situation? So it's like you choosing your happiness over, you know, almost in a way like you're trying to spare someone else's feelings is what I'm getting from this. So the Temperance card in reverse is like it's hard for you to even let the divine do its thing because you're constantly going back and forth with the decision that you have to make. Okay, and then that Seven of Swords is about trickery, foolery, someone trying to get away with some kind of lie or some kind of thing, or it could even just be you wanting to take the shortcut in this situation and not wanting to put the work in. So in order to do this, you have to let go and let God. You have to, instead of having this card in reverse, this card needs to be up this way. We have to see, you see this angel that's there? We have to let the divine do the divine intervention. And I feel like this may be something that's already kind of, the divine has already intervened, and you're kind of in between a place of what you you know, what you should do, what you know you should do, versus the Seven of Swords, what you you know, what you think you should do, which is Seven of Swords is probably a path that you've already taken before and you realize it didn't work and you keep going on the same path, okay? But what you want most right now out of this situation is really to gain clarity on how you should move forward. What do you fear? What do you fear? Okay, we have a flyer. What do you fear? Judgment. You fear judgment of others. You fear the harsh judgment of maybe the person that you're in a relationship judging you. You're afraid to make the wrong decision. What if I make this decision and I regret it? We did start that off with the Five of Cups earlier. Where is it? Which was about that regret, okay? So it's wanting to make a decision, but you're in fear of making the wrong decision. And it is because the Four of Swords, you're restless about it. You're restless about this decision. And the Star card is you really truly want a new beginning, but you're not sure how to start that beginning, okay? And then the Three of Pentacles is you're not really sure how to make it work, how to make the team work, how to really gain that harmony within this situation. And with that number being a 3, it may be that the person you're dealing with, the person you're in the situation with, it may be that they have maybe someone in their life that is kind of like the devil's advocate, like they get in between your relationship and you feel like it's hard for you to like to move forward with this situation because you feel like this person always has someone else in their ear with that Three of Pentacles, and you're wondering, how can I make this work? How could I really start something new with this person? Either you want to start something new without this person, or how do I it's like starting new in a relationship, like having fresh energy. How do I start something new with this individual, this new chapter that the Star card brings, with the Three of Pentacles being with this person? That how do I start something new when I feel like there's always someone who's kind of in my business, okay? And that's what your fear is. Your fear is making the right decision or not making the right decision, and you're thinking to yourself, should I start over? Should I start over fresh, or should I revamp this relationship? You're maybe thinking to yourself, maybe we can go on vacation and fix things. But that Three of Pentacles is there's always someone there that's making you feel like you're not sure if you can actually have that start with that person. Now, what is going for you? Okay, what is going for you? This is what's working within your favor. Okay, the Nine of Cups. You're independent, you're confident, you really don't need this individual, although that's a good thing. When you choose someone, it's not that, or you should, when you choose someone, you shouldn't choose someone that you need. You should choose someone that you want, and that makes it even more beautiful when, you know, you choose someone because you want them, because you genuinely love that person and you like them, not because you're codependent on this person. So the Nine of Cups is what is working for you is you got you. You're confident. You can do things on your own. You have so many accomplishments, so many things that you've done so great in your life, and it's a matter of just waiting for that 10 of Cups, which will ultimately bring you that fulfillment, that happiness. But you're chilling right now. You're chilling right now, but then the 7 of Wands comes in, which is really about like an obstacle course. It's really about forging forward even in the face of defeat. Okay, so what is going for you is that you're confident and you're comfortable with moving forward. Okay, with moving forward, you're not afraid of the obstacles, which is a great thing. Okay, so you're not afraid of, in this relationship, you're not afraid of working on those things, which means that you're probably open to working on those things. But with the Hierophant, okay, the Hierophant, which is spiritual advisory, I feel like this is like asking for the divine to give you knowledge or to give you a sign. And with this being something that's working for you, something that's working within your favor, this means that your spiritual guides, your ancestors, your angels, you know, even as you just coming here, even you coming here and watching this video is very, very spiritual. So I could actually be that Hierophant, but in general, this is really just waiting on that sign from the divine on what should I do next, what major chapter. So you could be thinking with the Hierophant card, maybe you want to marry this person and you're thinking about marriage with this person, okay? And the Nine of Pentacles, I feel like that's that person's energy, okay? It could be your energy, but I also feel like this person is also very okay with being self-independent and by themselves, and you're with the Hierophant, you want that union to bring you together, and you're willing with the 7 of Wands to fight for this relationship, or that person is wanting to fight for you. Okay, so although you guys are not talking right now, there's still love there, but there's a lot of like, I'm good. Like, I'm good energy. So there's a lot of pride there in this situation, Libra. It's like none of you guys want to let out. None of you guys want to let up and give in. You just, both of you are just like, well, if you're not talking to me, I'm not talking to you. But there's still love there. There's still love, and there's still potential to make the relationship work. Now it's just a matter of, you know, divine intervention, but also being, you know, emotionally mature. What is something that is against you? We have one card. We have the 10 of Wands, something that is against you. So the 10 of Wands is about progressing, resilience, moving forward, even though you have lots of weight on you. But it can also be as, you know, on the lowest polarity, as something that is standing against you. It could be that you are carrying on to things that maybe pain that you still are holding on to from things that have happened within the relationship, okay? So the 10 of Wands is you moving forward. It could be that this person brings this load into the relationship. It could be either and or, it could be both. But I really feel like this is you moving forward or wanting to move forward, but it being something that's going against you is like maybe you're carrying on so much weight that you're actually not healing from certain things that have happened. So it's like wanting to put a band-aid on a wound that you haven't disinfected. You have to deal with that work. And it's regarding the Queen of Cups, okay? So this may be a water sign, a Cancer, a Scorpio, or a Pisces, excuse me, or someone who has a lot of intuition, someone who is very, very beautiful, someone who is very, very flirtatious, someone who is very, very forthcoming with their emotions, and they're very honest with how they feel, someone who's very, very deep. It could be someone who's very, very spiritual as well, because the cup signs tend to be that way. Okay, so you're moving forward. You're wanting to move forward with this Queen of Cups, but you're holding on to some baggage. And then we have the King of Wands, okay? So the Queen is actually, the Queen of Wands is here, and then the King of Wands is right behind that, okay? So the Queen could be you, or the King could be you, however it is. The King of Wands is looking at this Queen of Cups like he wants to be noticed, but she's very, very into herself, okay? She's very, very into herself, but he sees, with the King of Wands, he sees a future with her because he's passionate. The King of Wands is very passionate. It's ruled by Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So you yourself, it could be you are the Queen of Cups or you are the King of Wands, but the Wand signs tend to be very, very warm. They tend to be very, very passionate, okay? Let's see. Then we have the Ace of Pentacles. There's an opportunity coming up. There's an opportunity coming up for you to possibly be able to, let's see, the Magician card. The Magician card to turn all of this energy around with this individual. But what is it going to take? The Page of Cups is going to take a playful energy, or going back to the beginnings, or the beginning of where you guys messed up, or where you guys started to fail as a couple, as a relationship. Page of Cups is really, again, ruled by Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer, but it's the beginning phases of life. Someone who's very, very young. So this is also indicative of the beginning of where you guys are at. Maybe it is time for you guys to really think about what brought you guys together, what made you really fall in love, and what made you fall out of like with each other, okay? And then the Ten of Swords coming in after that, which is really about that betrayal coming up again, which is, again, something that's against you. Okay, so the Page of Swords, a new, fresh energy, and this being put behind you, okay? But it really just depends on what it is. So there's going to be an opportunity for you to really restore, to go back to the basics of this relationship, and really use all that you have to turn all that alchemy, to turn it around, and really put this Ten of Swords energy behind you. But it's really up to you. You have free will. You can do whatever it is that you want. Now, what is your final outcome? We have the Flyer. Your final outcome, we see the Page of Wands. Okay. New passions. What else? We have new passions, the Sun. Okay, we see warm vitality, health, and then the Two of Wands following that. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles following that. So the Page of Wands is, again, that fire energy, and this is about passion. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, and this is really about moving forward with a situation that you feel passionate about. And then the Sun card, my dog is so cute. The Sun card is really about that vitality and that second chance, that warmness, that awakening, and that truth. So the Page of Wands is really where you start to assess where you guys went wrong. And then the Sun card is that revelation, whether it's going to work or not work. But then when we see you with the Two of Wands, which is 1, 2, you and that person moving forward, you guys making plans, possibly to vacation together, or maybe to move in together, or maybe to, I feel like this is really traveling, but although it could be moving, okay, it could be expanding your relationship, again, moving forward. And then the Eight of Pentacles, we see you working very, very, very hard on this situation. Now, what is your advice via the Oracle? Let's see. What is your advice via the Oracle, Libra? Optimism. And that's a consciousness, okay? So your thoughts, okay? Right now is a good time for you to be optimistic, okay? Optimistic. This goes hand in hand with the Sun card, okay? Optimism, Libra. Libra, you tend to be, you were represented by, actually in the tarot card, you're represented by the Balance card, by truth, by the law, by fairness. So you're very, very practical in how you think, and you like to be very, very fair when you do things. But sometimes you're so fair that you're so realistic. You're so realistic that it actually becomes maybe sometimes pessimistic. So this is about changing that energy and really thinking to yourself, okay, how can I turn this energy into a positive? How can I turn this situation into a positive, this negative into a positive? How can you do that, Libra? As I said, with that Law of Attraction card that first started your reading, it really is what you attract. God, the divine, the universe, however you want to call it, gave you that energy, gave you that divine right to move and shift things the way that you want, to co-create the life that you really envision for yourself. So what you want in your life is something you can attract, and what you don't is also something that you can dispel and repel from your life. But it really is a choice. Choices, Libra. Sometimes you may be a little apprehensive or indecisive when it comes to choices, but it is important to make a choice with the Two of Swords you got earlier. Making a choice that is ultimately going to satisfy you, okay? What is going to make you happy? Because if you're unhappy and you keep the situation going, you're just two unhappy people. But if you're truly happy and you can move forward in a happy direction and be optimistic about this, then this situation, this union has a chance of reviving. but your energy matters. Okay, what will you do with this decision? That is ultimately up to you. I hope to see what you decided on next month. I hope this video resonated. If it did, please give it a thumbs up so that this video can be seen and this channel can also be seen, as I am trying to grow it every day. I am sending you guys lots of love and light. Bye.